Titans, Season 3. It's on HBO now. It's not the DC Universe anymore. It's on HBO Max, actually. And this season is centered around basically one villain and his manipulations. It's the Scarecrow, and I like what they're doing with him. He's almost a Hannibal Lecter type guy. He's giving information to the good guys from behind the bars of his prison cell. They're allowed to talk to him, and he helps them pick the minds of other villains and how to catch them and find them and so forth and so on. What they didn't know was he was giving them good information to gain their trust so that he could eventually give them some information that benefited him. They changed the creation of the Red Hood. It still kind of involves the Joker, and it still kind of involves Ra's al Ghul, and it still is about the beating, but not so much anymore. In the comics, he was upset because Robin was upset because he got beaten to death and nobody helped him. Nobody, avenged his death. So he was out there acting like a lunatic on his own. In this show, he gets beaten to death, and he's like, "Oh, was I dead?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That was peculiar." And then Scarecrow puts some thoughts in his head. You should do this and this and this, and he thinks it's a good idea. He's also become a superhero junkie, and the drug supplier is Scarecrow. It's a twist on his fear toxin. There's some other things going on. I like the Titans because they usually have it layered. There's one main story, Scarecrow, Red Hood. There's an undertoned story. Hey, did you guys remember that Superboy is half Lex Luthor? So actually he's a genius, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, instead of being confused about everything, he's a freaking genius. And he's like, "Oh, well, if you put these components together, you can make this." And he's super speed making things. He is part Lex, but he doesn't really use that part that much, really. But now it's one of his superpowers. I'm as smart as Lex Luthor. Then the third undertone is Corey and her sister Blackfire are trying to mend fences, really. She killed her boyfriend and she killed her parents, but they're going to sit down and talk about it. I guess that's what superheroes do. Then the final part is Changeling, Beast Boy, Logan, whatever they're going to call him. He's got 3 names. He is not really feeling the love of the family thing. Actually, there's another part too. There's a murder, death, kill. And I don't want to give it away, but somebody that you're not going to expect dies. And they got to bring this person back because I figure they need this person, really. Unless they're doing a twist on the book because it happened the other way in the book. I don't know. I liked this season of Titans. I should probably do an entire one episode at a time, but as far as the season goes, this was great. Batman's in it. He's tripping. This is not the Batman from the comic books or the movies. This is a brand new take on him. I kind of like it. It's a little different, so I don't really like it, but I kind of like it. So you'll see. If you haven't seen, we can talk about it in the comments, I guess. I don't want to say it. I don't want to spoil it, but I can't stop you from spoiling it. So let's talk about it in the comments. And this season, the entire season of Titans, I think is not bad, actually. I would give this season of Titans as a whole 7 bags of popcorn. 7 bags of popcorn. That's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that you've seen the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like this video, if you like the content, subscribe. and then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your